welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is March 29, 2023. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hello. It's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. We're back at it again to give you guys even more Pokemon Go news. We waited an extra day or two, actually. Yeah.
Last time we technically talked was like, what, a week and a half?
Yeah. I just mean more than we planned on waiting. But it ended up paying off because they dropped more news.
Yeah.
As they normally do. Right after we podcast.
Right, yeah, no, after we've actually finished the last podcast, they dropped the simple news that we saw, and we'll talk about it in the news section today. We're just gonna basically recap, a full week's and a half worth of gameplay, everything the Let's Go event really had to offer. We went into Raid Hour, we had Meltdown boxes, we had a lot of things going on this week. I made this decision to just push the podcast until after we get a little bit of news, because by the time we actually had the news, it would have already started at the point that you guys were like, okay, so why are we talking about this now? We should have talked about this like an hour or 3 days ago,
Yeah.
So I hope everybody has had a good, wonderful week. I know for me it has been more stressful at work than anything, but that's how it is these days until we finally get what we need. So, but gameplay wise has been pretty successful, I guess. It's kind of been more of anything the last day of the event too. So how about you, Chris? Yeah. How was your week?
Yeah, it's been a really good week. I really like this event, honestly. It threw together a lot of favorites. It brought in a lot of new Pokemon. They did that by making a lot of Pokemon that people really want the shinies of turn into Ditto. So they could bring in, Corphish, Boldore, and just a bunch of other fun ones. Just so you could shiny hunt those too while you're trying to get shiny Ditto. So I think it was a very awesome event.
Yeah. Well, if you guys don't know, we are here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as everybody else. And don't forget to check us out at the purifiedpodcast.com or professornetwork.com/purifiedpodcast. Wonderful people to work with every single time. Things like that. They have a show. Actually, I think they're podcasting tonight too, around 10 o'clock our time. So they should be going on pretty soon, actually. I'll keep my Twitter and Twitch open anyways for those anyways. It's printing to my wallet. Actually, that should have been the podcast title right there. Oh my god, that's hilarious. But yeah, spring into action. A lot of different things going on for sure. So let's recap, really, our hauls for the entire week and a half, and see hopefully what we got. Hopefully, we got something cool. Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been an awesome week. A lot more of a shiny haul than I thought I'd have, honestly. Plus, I've been really liking the extra large and extra small feature. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of the extra large and extra small, but I just wanted to mention that. It actually starts out with a shiny Lapras I got from GBL.
Mm-hmm.
We take those. The first Meltan box I opened, I did get a shiny Meltan about halfway through, which, I mention all the time, it's a time-locked shiny, like Smeargle.
Yeah.
So you got to get it when you can, and it kind of makes it a bit more rare, per se, to actually try and hunt. Shiny Chespin I finally got, and you might be saying, wow, that's kind of a lame one, but I didn't get to get a shiny on the comm day, so I was really hyped about it.
That's good.
Yeah. I did get a perfect Pansage in the wild. So yeah, I was pretty excited for that. I got my second shiny Nidoran Shadow from Arlo when the other two were my chases, so I got 2 from him. I was just like, yeah, I guess I'll do him since he's my balloon, and yeah, it it kind of poked in my eye. But after that, I got a shiny Ditto, which I think is my third one overall
Nice.
because I did get one in the wild. Uh, and then I got a second shiny Meltan from a box, shiny Grimer from home. We did a walk on Sunday, and I got a shiny Apom,
Oh yeah, I
which
remember that.
was the only one we saw. Yeah, and it was just really random. And then at my house, I got a shiny Weedle. Yeah, there's a lot of other shinies I really wanted. I got the wrong shiny monkey. Uh, and then the only shiny I got during raid hour for Lugia was a shiny extra large Lugia XXL. Um, so that was pretty hype.
That was a little bit hype, yeah, to get an extra XXL or XXL
Yeah,
legendary Pokemon, which is I think
yeah.
is it your first one? Yeah, your
That's my
first.
first shiny XXL or XX small. So that's the first one at all.
Yeah.
But tell me all about everything you got this week, man.
Well, I mean, it was my casual grind to get everything that I wanted. I did miss one Melton box today, and technically, I should open one today. So why not? Let's open one today while we're at it here.
Get the hundo.
I know, right? But yeah, I'll tell you my hauls in just a moment. I gotta go ahead and go to home here and send a Pokemon. Because why not, right? Send that Pidove because we can.
I was gonna say send something rare.
Oh shoot, I gotta go to home for this. Okay, never mind. I'll open one later. All right, so Shana, I did get so the first that started. I mean, did we talk about community today? Slowking or Slowpoke? Yeah, we did talk about community today, right?
Yeah, we talked about Slowpoke.
Yeah. Yes. So the first thing that I did Lucky Tray for a shiny Mewtwo, and I got a 15-15-14.
This guy,
Bro, so close.
this guy's ready for the mega.
I need that Shando, but it is what it is in the end of the day. It was the only one that my friend could get me anyways because they had an extra one. So I was like, okay, well, I can. It was either that or a Sekrom. So I was like, you know what? I can't give them justice if I don't take the Mewtwo. So I gave them a shiny request anyways. So it was a good try. She didn't get anything good, but then I had a shiny Grimer, which funny enough, when I had my Meltdown box open, it was right next to that, and I get the shiny Grimer and no shiny Melton. Okay. Then today, just recently, I actually got a shiny Corfish, which I'm actually happy about this one. It's been kind of eluding me since the shiny release, almost close to a year ago, if you think about it. And I don't know why, but the I don't say violet, purplish, red that it has now, that's actually pretty cool. I don't think I like its evolution more, but
Yeah, Corfish is really good.
And then on the same day today, when we were just going happy go lucky and everything, just a shiny Snubble because why not, right? And as for Hondos, I did actually get some Hondos today. I did get a Hondo Corfish, so I got at least that too. That was a couple of days ago, anyways. And then from research, I did get a Hondo Pampor, which is I think my second Hondo, so that means I have the family Hondo, so that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting a Pan Monkey Green, Pan Sage kind of thing. I already transferred all my Pan Sage, so don't even ask me for any anymore. They're like gone.
Yeah, no, I just kept some PvP ones.
Yeah.
Just because I think they may have a niche.
And I didn't get the shiny too.
Melton
box, this rotation has been horrible. Like, usually I would get at least one per box for each one of the boxes that I will open throughout the event. I didn't get any. It had like 3 boxes worth, and I'm also kind of surprised that the shiny was not even there. I got a like extra large or extra large and extra small, but really, it just felt like the odds were against me this year.
Yeah, I kept each of the extra small and extra large I got, especially if people wanted to like trade those.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of them were like good, and like my chase was trying to get one of those shiny. But even though they boosted the extra small and extra large, the first 2 boxes I had, I think I got like one of both in the boxes with the shiny.
Yeah.
But the last box, not a single extra small or extra large, or the shiny that box. So, I am a bit curious what the odds look like on that, but I will say it was a fun chase to think like, oh, I might get this.
I know, right? Yeah, it's interesting, and just like you said, it only comes once a year throughout the Let's Go event. They only do that to make sure that they can release shiny Melton, and for us to be able to catch in that regard. So it's not a bad thing that they're doing it. I just feel like there should be more chances since Melton for us is our mythical legendary Pokemon for our boxes. So it's not like we can't catch any more. We can always catch more, but the shiny is technically the one that everybody wants, aside from the Hondos and everything, So it's not a bad thing. So maybe in anything, I'll go ahead and open my box regardless. Maybe they messed up and maybe I can get another shiny. That'd be nice, right? They do things correctly when we want the stuff to go wrong. And maybe get a shiny Melton for no reason, but
it's possible.
I mean, we'll try it right now. I just opened my box, so hopefully we'll see.
Because it might still be going on in like California.
Yeah, so, but they
messed that up.
I know, right? It's like, oh my goodness, we let everybody else get another shiny Melton until next day or something. I don't know.
All right, guys, we'll take them away just so it's fair.
Oh my god, my first Melton today. It's a 15. 15, so that's crazy.
He tried.
I know, he tried. But yeah, so that's our holes. And then again, the Let's Go event, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was kind of exciting to be able to actually catch a lot of the Pokemons that Ditto could transform to now. And, now they are actually available in the wild. You can find shiny Dittos if you are able to find them. I still have one quest for to catch 3 Dittos, so at least I'll have the chance of that. Maybe the Pan Sage will actually come one more time. We'll see. You never know. But yeah, after that, some of the raids were okay. At this point, I really don't care about 1 stars or 3 stars for raids anymore because there's really no point of doing them unless you're actively looking for a shiny like Dragon or something. But that's not. There's nothing in the 3 and 1 stars that really people wanted. Thunderos came and went, and then Lugia came back. We did raid hour, just like we have seen. Chris gets the shiny, and I don't get nothing, just like always. I did get a 93, I think. So it's not bad. Yeah. Hasn't been too bad. Wow, I got 10k Melton candy. That's crazy. Just regular candy, too. So,
small army.
It's a small army. Meltons forever. I also got over 4k extra large, so... I mean, you could get extra large candy from just catching them anyway, so that's pretty cool. I need to Ditto for that stack, so that's interesting. Anyway, so that's our holes, that's the events. I want to say I give it a good rating for the Let's Go event, a good 9 out of 10, just because it did have, it kind of checked all my boxes. The reason why it didn't get any higher than that is mostly because of maybe an egg event that they could have actually put in there. Yeah. We also we didn't mention this, but the Team Go Rocket, takeover was also during the Let's Go event, so we had all of that during the weekend. And yeah, Giovanni with Reggie and the Grunts can now have shiny Pokemons, which has now been fully confirmed since the last time we talked. We have, Grimer, all the starters. I think we can actually get a couple extra things. I'm not entirely sure, but I have only seen those being out.
You said you heard Matang, or that was just hearsay?
I think it was mostly just like a troll in the internet, but you never know.
Yeah, because it sounds kind of wild, honestly.
Yeah. Well, Lapras or anything of those, even though they are shiny available. So here's how it's gonna run out, or how it's gonna run everything. Anytime a Pokemon has been shiny from the leaders, will be shiny for the Grunts if they happen in the rotation at the time. So, Sneasel, Lapras, maybe Scyther will come back at some point. Ekans, Grimer, Beldum, everybody always looking for the Beldum. Teddiursa, which is right now in the rotation of the leaders. Larvitar, which is now in the rotation of the leaders. So a lot of shiny shadow Pokemons for the leaders will also be part of the Grunts if they are in the current rotation anyways. But again, it's only like a grind here and there. It's not as bad as it looks like, but I have seen people actually start getting a lot more shiny shadows because of the new permanent feature of the game. So even though we don't have a takeover, you still are able to encounter pretty good chunks of Grunts, and if you actually get the good ones, you can probably get a shiny shadow.
Yeah, it definitely makes it a lot more fun to just fight the Grunts, because other than that, it was pretty much just PvP hunters for the majority. that wanted, to get out and get the grunts. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really one of the good things about this kind of change in the end of the day. So a lot more people will be doing grunts. Maybe they'll finally finish that platinum metal for a lot of the people too. So that would be too bad. But at least it's an excitement that it will keep on growing the more Shadow Shinies we actually add into the game anyway. So it's like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to add every single Shadow Shiny because the rotations always only happen like every quarter or every season at the end of the time. But you never know.
Plus, there's weird Pokemon like Kecleon, Ditto, Smeargle that they just wouldn't ever make a shadow of, I feel like.
Yeah. And just like we mentioned, the leaders have brand new Shadow Shinies. Sierra has Murkrow, Arlo has Teddiursa, and then Cliff has Larvitar, which is a lot of the people's chase, since Larvitar is a monster regardless. So, and me too. I mean, I'm going to be chasing that Larvitar for as long as I can. I have the radar right now, and I want it right now. But yeah, regardless of it, it was a good event. Like I said, it hit all the boxes. I give it a 9.10 or 9.10. 9.10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. And then what do you got, Chris?
I'd say 9 out of 10 is very fair. I do think it needed a little bit more oomph to get that 10, but it was very solid, very fun. Yeah. I definitely wanted to play every single day as much as I could.
Yeah, I had my Go Plus running awesome most of the day, even though I was running low on stock and everything. I still wanted to. Yeah. We also did for the first time. We actually did a gold lore party for our community this weekend, and I'd say it was kind of successful. We did get over 200 coins for the gold Dengo, anyways.
Yeah, we had 4 lures going for 30 minutes, and we each got approximately 200 coins, 300. Well, yeah, approximately 300.
2 to 250, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
so it's not bad.
And then we were just about to leave after doing a little bit of walk afterwards, and somebody throws another one. We're like, we can't stay. Nah, it was so funny to see.
We also did our melt. Some of us did our melton box. We did our daily incense. We did a regular coin bag and everything. So we were already there for a good chunk of time, and I couldn't stay there for lunch longer because I had other things anyway to do. The life of a Pokemon Go player, at least a casual Pokemon player. I don't know. Are we casual? Or are we hardcore casuals?
I'd say we go in waves, but we're definitely more hardcore than casual, I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're kind of like in between. We're kind of in between. We're not insanely hardcore on everything that comes out, mostly because we don't got the money.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor. Trust me.
Right, definitely. But we're not casual enough to say that we all open the game every day. Anyway, so we open the game every day, no matter what it is. It's part of a routine. I wake up, I look at my phone. I'm like, it's like, yeah, I guess I should probably feed my body or something. It's like,
he might be getting a little hungry.
He might be getting a bit hungry and everything. My Groudon is almost there, actually, now that I think about it. So that's pretty cool. Let me get this going here. I'll wait for tomorrow, actually, because free Mega Evolution is good. All right, so let's get into the research topics of today. We got a lot of news to cover, especially the news of next month, since that's actually coming this Saturday anyways. So let's get the first Contact Things news update. So I'll go through all the news there, and then we'll stick around with you, Chris, there, okay?
All
right, so we do have, and sorry that I'm not super quick on having everything looked up here, mostly because my thing is not working. My stream deck is not working for this today. However, so we have our April Contact update. We have everything that's going to happen for the month of April. I call it the dump of news because, they dump everything on us anyways. We're going to start with the 5-star raid. So Lugia, once again, will be here from March 28th, which technically was yesterday, to April 11th. So a 2-week period for Lugia. I do like that at least the ones that are a little more relevant actually stay a little bit longer instead of the ones that a lot of people don't really care.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks of Genesect.
Yeah. Unless if they give us all the forms and all shiny forms, that'd be great, though. But that's the difference. Then we have Incarnate Form Landorus. So the final of the cycle of the Landorus is coming back. April 11 to April 17. It looks like they actually just said, oh, the start time was 10 a.m. to local time to ends at 10 a.m. local time. So it is how it is. And then Tapu Bulu comes back into race from April 17 to May 2nd with the addition of his shiny form being released. I mean, the shiny is a shiny. I mean, I'll still do it.
Yeah, that's a new shiny.
But it is a new shiny.
And it is a good one. I do like his shiny.
Yeah, it's pretty...
All the Tapus.
All the Tapus have actually excellent black shinies, I want to say. So, the more rare one will be probably next month anyway. So, which is, Tapu Fini? Yeah, Tapu Fini.
Yeah.
Tapu Fini, it's going to be the Revelant. And now imagine people actually getting the under Great League shiny Tapu Fini.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody wants it. Anyways, Mega Raids, we have Mega Lakasam starting us off this month. I know a popular Twitter handle will be doing this for the foreseeable future. March 28 to April 4th. Then we have Mega Lopunny makes his Delphine return from April 4th to April 11th. Then we have Mega Blastoise making another return here from April 11 to the 17th. And then Mega Slowbro, April 17 to Mega 2nd. To May 2nd, not Mega 2nd.
Dude, where is Altaria?
Chris is just crying over here. He can't get the Altaria, man.
It's been so long.
I know. It's like, feels like it's so relevant that they don't want to release that anytime soon right now.
Yeah.
They, for some reason, made a big part of the blog post just saying that we have a research breakthrough box the same for the last month. So really, there's not much difference there. So I don't understand why. But if you need a reminder to your head to say that we're gonna have research breakthrough of Parasect, Pinsir, Snorlax, Skibble, Forfro, and Gumi. Okay. You guys have something to say on that?
It's just like pick your poison, except you don't get to pick it.
Indeed.
Yeah, not the worst box we've ever had, but nobody wants a Parasect, I feel like.
Yeah. I don't think I have. I think I had got in a Pinsir, Furfro, and a Gumi so far. I can't remember what the last one was.
I definitely got Parasect, Furfru, and Gumi.
Yeah. I haven't seen Snorlax. I don't know if I got... I think I did get a Snorlax. I can't remember right now. But anyway, I don't care as long as it's the Hondas.
Yeah.
Events for the month of April. We have Spring is to Spring, which we'll cover in just a few moments. April 4 to April 10. Elite Raid, which we know is going to be Reggie Elecki. Controversial Half Belief, hopefully will be a good day. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., 5 p.m., That's weird. I don't know if actually that's... It says 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. So there's not an actual times. It's just the times of where it's going to be spawning.
Yeah.
Just like we have always seen. A Mystic Hero, April 13 to April 17. I'm actually a little bit excited, mostly because of the name, but you never know until we actually get the news. We probably won't have that until next week anyways. April's Community Day, which we do have the full information, and we did tease a little bit last podcast we had. Sustainability Week is coming back from April 20 to April 26. Limited Research Day is happening on April 23, so I guess they are finally moving on to doing more research days. And then Community Day Classic ends us off the month on April 29. We don't know what the classic is yet, but will hopefully be something cool once they let us know. And then we have Raid Hours. Lugia comes back for another Raid Hour next week on April 5th. Incarnate form Landorus will be April 12th. And then Tapu Bulu is actually going to be having 2 weeks worth of Raid Hours on April 19 and April 26. So you got a lot of chances for the shiny to actually appear. And then Spotlight Hours. Some of them are exciting, some are not. We have Execute on April 4th with 2 times catch. Candy for catching Pokemon, of course. Shelter, April 11th from 2 times Candy from transferring Pokemon. Trapinch, April 18, 2 times experience from evolving Pokemon. And then Tangela, April 25th with 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. One of them is better than the other ones.
Yeah, I saw somebody really advocating for Shelter on Twitter. I apologize. I do not remember who it was. It's a shame it doesn't have the 2 times Stardust for catching it, but don't forget Shelter is one of the few Pokemon that is boosted.
Yeah.
For getting Stardust, and it has a very good catch rate compared to the other Pokemon that have that boost. Also, I always advocate, but never do it myself. If you want to really go far on the 2 times catch candy the 2 times candy for transferring, have all the Pokemon either selected or tagged to transfer right when the event starts. That way, you don't have to worry about it the whole rest of the spotlight hours, so you can get your shiny checks and catches.
Indeed.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's the April content update. Well, of course, we have a little more news after that. But yeah, how well do you feel April seems to be?
It actually surprised me. It's not like insane, but I don't think it needs to be. It's definitely enough to hold me over. Let me put that.
Yeah, that's true.
It is definitely a fun month. It looks like.
Yeah, definitely. So it just hopefully will get us off this rug of other events that has happened in the month of March. I want to say the month of March didn't seem to be that bad, but after all the controversy, it has just been, meh, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost like they were putting their time into the future instead of the present.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. All right, Chris, how about we talk about what is next on the piece of news here?
All right. Let's talk April Community Day, Togetic. I know it's a name that can get pronounced a few different ways, but
Togeto, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Saturday, April 15th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time, the Happiness Pokemon Togetic is going to be the Community Day, and it's going to be obviously appearing frequently in the wild. It is an evolved Pokemon since it evolves from Togepi. But you will be able to encounter it as shiny. So, get excited, get out there, get clicking.
Mm-hmm.
The featured attack is going to be Aura Sphere for Togekiss. It's not a really good move, but I would get one at least just so you can say you have it.
So I do have a little bit of my own opinion when it comes down to it. A lot of people are saying that this is just basically similarity to Flamethrower against Steel types and all that, but it actually helps it out a lot in the matches with Rock types. So, it's like if you use it against
against Dark, I guess.
No, really no, because of Charm just being enough.
Rock types.
But the Rock types, I mean, in the Great League, the Togekiss really struggles against most Rock types. Bastion being one of the worst counters you can ever see. But with Aura Sphere, at least it has that type of coverage. Now, okay. I know they don't really. Togekiss isn't not really a Great League meta Pokemon. It's mostly a Ultra League and Master League regardless. But even against Dialga, it could actually have some good niche power because Dialga does resist Flamethrower, or at least takes neutral damage from Flamethrower just because of its Dragon typing. But Aura Sphere can actually do the damage that it needs, maybe to flip the matchup if that was the case.
Yeah, it at least makes the person you're fighting have to second guess which move you have.
Mm-hmm. Well, after Community Day, a lot of people are probably going to be running Aura Sphere regardless. I do in the end of the day, I do like that it actually feels that coverage. I feel like it always was losing to those type of powerhouses anyways. Even Escavalier, or not Escavalier, Excadrill, sorry. Excadrill in the Master League, you really couldn't parry against it because, you will just die to a Rock Slide. Now, of course, it really depends on the situation where you want to have energy on your Togekiss ready against something like that anyways. Even without the shield or the 2 shield or 1 shield or however it may be, it's how you really play it out, and then hopefully being a surprise factor against the Go Battle League or even your opponent depending on the meta. So I don't know. I see it that way. I think it might just be a small little upgrade. It's not the greatest because I know that it doesn't need another nuke more than it needs a bait.
Quick move.
Yeah, bait move. Yeah. A lot of people are actually hoping there was Fairy Wind that he was going to have, but, beggars cannot be choosers.
It would be interesting if they would have gave it both moves. But I mean, there's still a possibility for the future. It's not a bad move by any means, but it's not groundbreaking in my opinion.
It's also not the first time we had a Pokemon had two different moves to change the meta of their balance anyway.
Yeah, no.
So it could have been. It could have been, but I guess Togekiss is already powerhouse at it is. It could also break the meta if they do too much on it.
Yeah. The Community Day special research story is called Spreading Cheer, and it will be available for $1 in the US or the equivalent in wherever you are locally. And, obviously you get to encounter Togetic. I think you get a free Togekiss out of it too. And a few other things. Don't forget you can gift them, but you do have to do it during the Community Day, so keep that in mind. The event bonuses, 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, and it is an evolved Pokemon. So I believe you should get... Do we get 5 candy for catching Togekiss normally?
Yeah, it's an evolved Pokemon, so you'll actually get the bonus of getting candy.
Shoot.
So technically, this does boost it up to how much candy you can actually get.
Interesting. You get 1/4 hatch distance when eggs are placed in incubators. Don't forget that Togetic evolves from Togepi. I think they mentioned that somewhere else in here, but we'll see. 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive Candy XL from catching Pokemon. Lure modules activated will last for 3 hours. I would only place the normal lures personally, just so you get the actual event Pokemon. Incense excluding the daily adventure incense activated will last for 3 hours. Take a few snapshots during the Community Day for a surprise, which is going to be more Togetic. And then you get 1 additional special trade that can be made for a maximum of 2 for the day. Trades made during the event and up to 5 hours afterwards will require 50 less Stardust. And here it is. Okay. Togepi has a chance of hatching from 2 kilometer eggs obtained from the April Community Day hours, Saturday, April 15th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So it's the same period that you see Togetic in the wild. Keep that in mind. Togepi that hatch from these eggs will have the same chance of appearing as shiny as Togetic that appear during April Community Day's 3-hour event period. My mouth is falling asleep from drowsing, but while most bonuses are only active during the 3-hour period, these bonuses will be active from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. local time. And the bonuses that are going to be active for that whole period are just the trades.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So before we continue on,
yeah, awesome.
Words are hard. Yeah, I know, right? Let's stop right there and actually digest a little bit. So again, another thing that a lot of people wanted during the Community Day was to just have the cash bonus instead of for Stardust, which to get it, since it will Pokemon, it will actually be something that instead they gave us 1/4 incubators, which is not bad because of that last part of the bonus, which is, the Togepi will be hatching from 2 kilometer eggs. Now, there is something that a lot of people actually did mention, and it actually makes sense. Chris, when you actually read this, are you excited to hatch an eggs?
I think I know what you're going to say, but yes.
Well...
because of the way they word it?
Correct. Togepi has a chance of hatching from 2 kilometer eggs. And those hatches of those eggs will have the same chance of appearing as a shiny Pokemon as Togetic in appearing during the Community Day hours. So you got a chance of a chance when working on this. A lot of people were really excited for the reason that they thought they were just going to get 2k eggs, because most of Community Days, when they have something like this, especially like, Electabuzz or Magmore or something like that, they just gave you 2k eggs and all you hatching was just the Pokemons that were pretty close to that. This time around, the way that it worded is saying that feels like it's going to be in the pool, but you won't get a full guarantee Togepi from the 2 kilometer eggs just because of what you're getting. We could be wrong. We don't know if it's possible until the day is actually here. but it's most likely going to be in a higher tier pool. Not, a higher meaning that it's going to be like number one in the top tier pool, and it will be a more consistent hatch, aside from anything else that could still be hatching from 2 kilometer eggs anyways.
I will say I don't hate it, even if they do make Togepi, harder to get. I know Togepi's, people like to work from the bottom up. But at the same time, the reason I'm really excited for it is because I'll finally be able to power up a good Togekiss to use for raids and Master League.
Yeah.
You'll still get the shiny for the 2 evolved ones. But Togepi is still going to have that little bit of rarity to it, I feel like.
Just not bad. I mean, if you get lucky enough, you can hatch a few anyways. I mean, you will be getting Togetic and Togekiss. It's not the greatest shiny in the world anyways. It has a good shade of color change.
Yeah, I got cooked a little bit.
Yeah. So it's like the greatest thing in the world, but it is an exciting Pokemon, and a lot of people are still, even though it has probably just more than enough extra large candies from just hatching regular eggs anyways. It's still exciting to be able to get a little more, and how the community is, because not everybody plays like we do. So it's actually kind of nice. So yeah, it's good enough. You can continue on now, Chris.
The 4-star raid battles, Togetic will be appearing in 4-star raids. You can only join these raids using raid passes and premium raid passes. Remote raid passes cannot be used to join these raid battles. Togetic is definitely going to be a lot harder than Slowpoke. So keep that in mind. It is a 4-star raid, not a 3-star.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys got good groups. I'm assuming at least 4 or 5 people. That's just me.
Well, the last time we had something like this, I mean, it was the worst. That was the first time we got this kind of thing, which is still exciting. But
I'd say just don't underestimate Togetic. It is It looks like it wouldn't be that rough, but I'm just keeping an eye out for you guys.
I mean,
I don't think it's going to be a duo.
Togekiss is tanky. Togetic is even tankier.
I could be wrong. I hopefully I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking into the eyes of this thing. It is not looking good.
It stares into your soul right now, isn't it?
Yeah. The bonus for completing 4-star raid battles, if you guys do not know, once you successfully complete a 4-star raid battle against Togetic, additional Togetic will appear around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. If you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. And the Togetic that appear under these circumstances will have the same shiny chance of appearing as a shiny Pokemon as those that appeared during the 3-hour period for the community day.
So one last stop on that one. Why can't they just add this to League Race?
Yeah, they're still messing up that. But I do want to mention here too, it doesn't matter if you battled or completed the raid. If other people in your area have already done it, it will show up for you. So, if you just happen to be in a populated area that people, were already doing a raid, oh no, I missed out on it. You'll still see it on your map, a little timer for how long they're going to be spawning, and you'll see them on your map.
Be the hero of your community, everybody.
Yeah. Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
But the time to research focused on Togetic will be available from 2 to 5. And then if you complete tasks related to catching Pokemon, you can receive up to 5 Sinnoh. So it looks like it's the same thing as a Slowpoke, where they're trying to give us, the evolutionary items we need for that.
And it makes sense because, again, a lot of people really get the chance to do what we do, to get as many as we already have.
Yeah,
anyways.
You have to delete them.
Yeah.
But field research, April Community Day themed field research will be available. We're used to it. We'll earn rewards such as Stardust, Ultra Balls, and more. We're looking for those encounters, buddy.
Always.
And then, the stickers. They don't show them here, but you'll be able to get event-themed stickers by
surprising. I think it's a little surprising that they didn't really put the stickers images.
They know people want this one.
I know, right? Yeah, that's for sure.
I like the Slowpoke ones too. But that's awesome.
I actually have an emoji for my stream here, or with like a letter in Slowpoke just yawning, because in my streams I yawn a lot anyways. So it's like, that's hilarious. But yeah, so in the end of the day, community day, it is what it is. Excited. Some people are excited, some people are not. Really depends. Just like a lot of the other community days, I will go, semi hard on this. I do believe that just getting the hundo that I need, because I never had the hundo.
You don't have a hundo?
I don't have a hundo Togekiss. I don't.
That's pretty wild.
Indeed, I got one shiny Togepi and no hundos, and I hash X like goddamn crazy. let me go into my decks here for Togepi. I have gotten 387 Togepi with one shiny only, and no hundos. 387. That's all X. Okay.
You have a 98.
I do. I have a functional Honda.
Yeah, I got a 98 too. I really want that Honda though.
Yeah, and Togetic, I have seen 257 and only caught 133. So it's not an easy Pokemon to catch in the wild either. A lot of people are actually complaining that it will be something hard, but remember that usually on community days like this, they do increase the catch rate on it. So it's actually a little bit easier to catch than the regular Togetic or Togetic that a lot of people really say tomato. Anyways.
Yeah, how many Shundos are gonna run?
I know, right? So yeah, that's April's Community Day. It literally dropped as soon as we finished the podcast. So it was kind of interesting. But it was the only piece of news we had until then. So we're lucky that we moved on until then. So now it's time for the very first event of the spring season of 2023 and the very first event of the April content. It's Spring into Spring with Pokemon adorned with Cherry Blossom and more. That is cool. I like Cherry Blossom. So
yeah,
maybe a little bit more of that. Trainers, Cherry Blossoms, Clown Flowers, and assorted of eggs can only be mean one thing. It's time to rip into the spring into spring. With Pokemon decked out in their festival flower best Rimbury. Their festive flower best Rimbombi, Pokemon Go debut, and more put spring into step of with Pokemon Go. It is what it is. All right, I am getting invited to Lugia, which I will not do because I am half a melted bus going for another 28 minutes. Anyways, Tuesday, April 4th, at 10 a.m. to Monday, April 10th. So it is a week's worth of catches. I think it's 6 days, almost a week. Purified and Rimbury, the B-Fly Pokemon will make its Pokemon Go debut, or debut, just like a lot of people really say, which is actually kind of cute. It's not. I don't say it's not cute. It's really, really cute, actually. It's a Fairy-type Pokemon. It's not a Fairy bug, right?
No. It looks like it would be, but nah.
No. It's a cute Pokemon. It's tiny, so I'm actually hoping to get a tiny, tiny one.
Yeah. I was pretty surprised. I didn't get to see it, but I Go Plus an extra small Timpole.
Oh, really?
And it kind of made me think of this kind of Pokemon.
Right.
That's a chase.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of chases this event with new custom Pokemon appearing during this event. Pichu, Pikachu, Raichu, Eevee, all these evolutions will be appearing, except for Pichu probably, in the wild with their Cherry Blossom adorned flowers, I guess. I don't know. It's like this is like a little upgrade from the regular flowers that Eevee would have anyways. Which
old flower crown better. Changed my mind.
Yeah, no, definitely. OP. So if somebody actually has that, please throw it to me. Anyways, but yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. A lot of chase again. So getting all the shiny Eevees with Cherry Blossom crowns and all that is kind of interesting, anyways. It says also right here, of course, the only shiny ones that can really be appearing are the Pichu, which I'm pretty sure is going to be an X, Pikachu, and then the Eevee, the shinies. Everything else you probably have to evolve in those circumstances. You can obtain a shiny one of these Pokemon by evolving a Pichu or a shiny Eevee adorned with a Cherry Blossom. So yeah, that's what basically they're talking about right now. And then you can use 50 Cutiefly candy to evolve Cutiefly into Romanberry. So no special condition to evolve this Pokemon. It's just basically a brand new Pokemon regardless. It does max out under 2500, so it could actually be something cool for the Ultra League meta. And depending on the moveset, I'm pretty sure Cutiefly or Romanberry could do something in the Great League anyways. Right?
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but we'll see. It really depends. Sometimes they just butcher it before it actually releases anyways. Event bonuses, 2 times hatch candy. We also have Lucky Eggs activated during the event period will last for 1 hour. Chris, this is your chance. half distance egg hatch distance on eggs placed during the event period. So, yeah, we'll have that and then community day right after. So we're not going to be able to stack that up anyways, which we never do anyways. So, wild encounters, we'll have Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Eevee, Meryl, Whismur, Baneri, Bunnelby, and Cutiefly. Baneri will have his Flower Crown return during the spring season, so that's pretty cool. And then the Pikachu and Eevee are of course, with the Cherry Blossom, so there will be spawning in the wild. Some trainers may even encounter the chance of Chansey and Togetic, flaring their Flower Crown customs. Come back to me. Maybe get the 100 before.
I was going to say, you were just talking about Flower Crown Togetic, too. That's funny.
Yeah, I know, right? 1-star race will have a source of Pokemon. 1-stars will have Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Eevee, and Cutiefly. So if you really cannot get them from the wild, I don't know why you would want to do 1-star race for this anyways.
If you really want the Shundo, I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, just the odds are ever against your favor anyway, so.
Yeah.
3 stars, we have Execute, Alolan Executor. Alolan Executor, same thing. Chansey and Togetic with the Flower Crown. So, I mean...
I'm looking at Chansey, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, we'll see. It is what it is. 5 stars, we do have our Lugia, and then Mega Lopunny will be in Raid. So, which unfortunately will not have his Flower Crown just for the evolved Pokemon. So, too bad, so sad. We have our eggs. So the following Pokemon can hatch from 2 kilometer eggs during the duration of this event. Eevee, Pichu, Togepi with his Flower Crown, Azurill, Happiny with a Flower Crown, Munchlax, Riolu, and Cutiefly.
It's kind of loaded, honestly.
Which one is the new shiny?
Me. It's Munchlax. It's Munchlax.
Well, technically it's us because we munch like crazy, but so. Munchlax is finally getting his shiny release. Or actually, hasn't it been out already?
I think it has.
Has it? I don't remember.
I just can't remember if it was like...
I think it has. I think it wasn't like a 7K or sort of pool and everybody was going crazy, but not people were getting it or something.
Yeah, like I just remember thinking like, oh yeah, because people already have it. Because I just remember thinking like, oh, well, I didn't get it from this event, so I don't really have a reason to keep hatching eggs just for a chance to get it,
No, I think that the one we were talking about was Noibat and Ponyard, but yeah, I do believe Shiny Munchlax is new.
No, like I'm saying, like I just checked and people have it online. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you check that while we will continue on because I can't check right now since everybody can see what I'm doing. Anyhow.
Yeah, people have it.
Really?
People have that,
really?
I think. I might be wrong. Yeah.
We'll come back to this in just a...
Yeah. Fleece King got one in November.
Okay, so it has been part of an event before. So it's not technically new, but at least Shiny Munchlax will be back.
It is a rare one.
It is because I believe that last time we was in the 7K pool regardless, and that was even harder to get because you can only get so many 7K eggs from people anyways throughout the event. I think that's how it worked. Now it's actually 2K eggs, which again, even though you may not receive 2K eggs every single time, it will be probably more boosted than the other eggs anyways. So hash them eggs. I want that Riolu. Screw Munchlax. Anyways. Field Research Stacks encounters will have, of course, Pikachu, Chansey, Eevee, and Togetic. If you're lucky, you may encounter any one of these. We do have a collection challenge, and actually, to be told, it will be my 100th collection challenge once I finish that up. I know. Incredible, right?
Yeah,
A
I'm
lot
way
of
behind.
a lot of people actually have more, so I mean, it's not like I'm the greatest in the world, but I still would be cool. And then the avatar items will be the following: the Happini hoodie. I don't know why, but I actually like this one.
That's kind of slamming, honestly. That looks
Yeah,
like something Young Gunta would
yeah,
really
I
like.
know, right? Frank Gunto. I feel like that's something that it's like, yeah, I rock the pink, I rock the baby.
Got the egg in the sleeve.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god! But yeah, that is the spring into spring event. Actually, it looks pretty packed, and a lot of chases for sure. So a lot of people are really looking forward to this. I think. Any comments on that?
Yeah, definitely hatching eggs.
Yeah,
The event looks good.
yeah.
A lot of costume shinies. If you're not into that, I understand if you're not too excited, but yeah, it looks good.
That's for everybody here, anyways. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one again. Just having Eevee in the wild again is one of those things when I'm just like, why do I have to go forward with more Eevee costumes? I gotta get each one of every single one again.
Yeah, it's just like, why do you tease me?
I know, right? But yeah, so that's
If I get any of them though, I'll be excited. I like them all.
get the shiny, trade it to me again.
Oh my! Yeah, after we hit Lucky Friends in a
I
year and a
know,
half.
right? Yeah. After community day, after all of this, and be like, hey, Lucky Friends again. It's like finally, it's like took like 20 years. We'll have like all the legendary shinies and everything in home integrated into the game or something, so that way we carry more Pokemon. But yeah, so that is the spring is the spring, and that's technically it for most of the news. There is one little piece of news that we're gonna cover in our PvP section. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris. Ooh. All right, so GBL, I believe it just rotated, or it will be rotating tomorrow.
Yeah, what's the Mountain Cup in Great League and something else?
Let's see. Check. Yeah, I can check. It's actually right now the Master League and the Little Cup from March 29 to April 5th. Chris is crying because he's like, oh no, two leagues that I'm never gonna play.
Dude, I'll do Little Cup. I don't like Master League though. Until I get a good Togekiss, it's pretty much just bad.
Little Cup is basically not Little Cup. It's just Bronzone Cup.
Bronzong.
It's not bad. It's not bad in this cup.
Bronzong and Friends. That's it.
Pretty much Bronson and Friends. That's all it is. The cup of nightmares. I can tell you that much. I will probably do a couple of extra Master League sets anyway, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I play Master League, but like,
I always wanted to try it. Like, I mean, I just hunted for the ho-ho, so might as well use it, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's fun. It's just not my cup of tea. I just don't feel like I excel in Master League.
You had to notice that in the back then.
Yeah. I'm just like looking at it.
I saw a lot of stuff actually, so I don't have a lot of that stuff anymore. I think I saw the cards from the UTC anyways, which didn't give me a lot because everybody's been opening that, so it's one of those things. So I still have all my Evolving Skies set, so I have not yet decided to sell that because I may need the money regardless. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, back into GBL. Yeah, again, I'm just excited again. Master League has always been my favorite regardless, so I may do a set or two here and there, however we may see it. And then we have actually the piece of news that a lot of people are really excited. This came out today, and it's more about really the competitors out there, how it is. So attention trainers, this is not from Pokemon Go Live. This is actually from Play Pokemon, so all the battles and everything. Soon you'll be able to battle for prizes, glory, and championship points as exciting in-store Play Pokemon events return in the 2023 championship season series or series season. And I read a little bit here and there about the news. Definitely, a lot of people are excited about the VGC and the TCG actually coming back into stores because, that's how really a lot of people wanting to get the invitations to the World Championship and all that, or regionals when it comes down to it. But for Pokemon Go, something like that, it's incredible because this will be technically the first time that you can group in the people who may have not actually gotten the chance to compete in a Play Pokemon event for Pokemon Go recently, but it's on the rise, and people want to play it, but they don't know how to start. This is the time to really start organizing your communities out there, getting to actually go into it. Now, I was reading a little bit of how the Pokemon Go challenges are going to go. They're only going to be available in North America right now. They may extend it into other regions eventually. And I got a tiny meltdown. And then these events will be available for organizers to run from April 14 to June 18, 2023. I'm not entirely sure. It says that in the 2023 season, Pokemon Go challenges are available only to the players in North America rating zone. What does that mean, Chris? Do you know anything about that?
In the what zone?
In the rating zone. I'm not entirely sure how that works. So I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that. That's interesting.
If you click on Pokemon Go Challenge tournaments, or Pokemon Go Challenge, you'll actually see more about what it is. It just, I gotta read way more.
See.
Yeah, I have to read way more about it and all that. So,
if I had to guess, it might be the same thing. It's just like saying like North America map zone. I guess I don't know why I'd say rating though. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it.
There's actually I'm not gonna show the map because I actually went to look for locations for all of this, and you can actually locate some of the Send Into Gamings. There's actually a Play Pokemon place for that, so TCG and all that actually are able to, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, if we want to go a little,
oh my gosh, what does that do?
It might not be here, but you even in like St. Pete or the other places that we usually go to. There's other places you can go. I don't know about this one. I may have to talk to the representatives over there. Maybe if I can go ahead and help them out, organize a Pokemon Go tournament regardless. So yeah, a lot of them are just mostly TCG for the looks of it, but I might be able to actually go ahead and do that. Zach, we'll work on that later, okay? So it is exciting. I want to actually really go into my local Play Store, which I know is close by, and really find a place for Pokemon Go players out there, because this may be the chance to really bring a little bit of the community back, especially the players who really want to play throughout the Pokemon Go events. And then who knows, maybe they'll trickle into TCG or in any other games regardless, so free advertisement for everybody. So so that's pretty cool in to say the least, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been saying that Pokemon Go getting shown in the limelight in a competitive eye has always been a plus to me. I'm super excited to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, I go to card shops to check out the Pokemon cards. So it would be pretty funny to see a lot of the people we know playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Seeing like that and battling them there. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to talk into the community, or at least my local playing store for that, and see if maybe we can organize something. Just getting to bring the people in there, maybe people who don't even know much about it, or wanted to be like, hey, we have something for Pokemon Go here. You guys want to join us? It's something like that. In the end of the day, has to be a day that, of course, everybody's available to do it. But so. But no, I'm excited. I'm really excited because this actually opens the door to a lot of different players out there, even just the casual grinders or the casual players out there. They really do feel like it's a possibility in the end of the day for them. So, but yeah, I really, really do think now. I wish I had more time, but either way, I'm gonna look into it. Chris, can you join me every now and then, please?
Yeah. We could show them who's boss, and they can show us who's boss by kicking our butts.
I know, right? That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I think it'd definitely be cool.
Yeah, I really do think that that's the case. Also, our friend Zach from our local community got a cool Pokemon. I really can't pull it up right now because all these things is happening, but he just got a Shando Lugia, and I'm jelly. Zach, I'm really jelly. So
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Papa Joe Chris got the Shunda
really?
at first.
It's like, I got on
yeah,
the no, I got the
jelly.
Shunda, you know? Yeah, jeez. Oh my goodness. Jelly as it is, man. He probably screamed at the top of his lungs. Oh man. Congratulations, Zach. Congratulations. But yeah, and then after that we do have one final update, fractions updates. Chris, what you got for me today?
Last week was a very close loss, but not a bad loss. My team says close losses are fine as long as we put everything we had into it.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up losing my matches 1-2. So I got 1 point, the opponent got 2. And we lost to the Hoosier the Hoosiers daddies. I've never said it out loud. That's kind of funny. Like Hoosier daddy, yeah. But team did great. And I'm excited to see how we do this week. We're against East Caliber in bout 3. But team says the better, like obviously the better we do, the better. We're doing really, really well. I think we're at the top of silver the first bout.
Yeah.
The second one, obviously, we're probably a little bit lower. Really happy with the team. We're trying to be a lot more social with each other and like be there for the fights and like watch through the fights and see what we can work on to improve, just so we get better as a team.
Yeah, no, that I mean, you live and learn, so it's pretty good regardless. So it's good that you guys, even though it was a close loss, you still did amazing to get to that point. So keep it up, keep it up. I'm rooting for you guys. Really, just keep on going. You'll be Emerald Diamond at one point, you know.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. All right, with that said, anything else that we have to cover? I'm gonna check Twitter just to make sure that I'm not missing anything anyways. Also, our friend Hamtaro is really amping up the memes when he wants to, so it's hilarious.
He's a monster, a meme monster.
So there's a chance of a chance.
I don't think we're forgetting anything.
Then Chris will come dressed in an emerald. Yeah, I know, right? It would be the emerald party pooper all day. So
I'll be the weakest link.
Always. Oh my god. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening, everybody. We do have, of course, other places you can listen to us in podcast service fee if you cannot make it to the stream. I do thank anybody who has actually come to the stream and say hello. Thank you so much to Zach and Hamtaro. If you actually want to be shout outed during the stream, make sure you come by. We don't do this every night. We do this every week. So with that being said, of course, don't forget to check us out at our podcast services fees, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, many other places to go. If you can leave us a review, we would greatly appreciate it because, 5 stars is always the best of the greatest. Thank you so much. Follow our social media, myself at PureLighterGo, Chris at Pokemon Trigger Please. That is PKMN Trigger Please, with a C at the end. And then Purified Podcast, or the Purified Podcast now, it's just the Purified Podcast. If you want to have any information about Pokemon Go news and updates. We try to keep it up to date, but of course, just having more than one Twitter account is amazing. You can email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com if you want to send us anything cool or anything when it comes to the regards of that. And join our Discord. It is free to join. We don't discriminate because everybody is a Pokemon Go player regardless of how you play. Just don't brag too much about it. And then, don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. With that being said, Chris, how about you take us away for the night?
All right. Get out there, get battling if you guys want to go to play Pokemon events. And get out there, get catching. A lot of costume Pokemon to hunt soon. I hope you guys got what you wanted during this Let's Go event. It was a lot of fun, as we said. And we hope to see you guys next week, where hopefully we got even more news. And get ready for that Togetic Community Day. And get all the wonderful flying mischief monsters that you want. Okay? Peace out, guys. See you guys next time.
Keep purifying, then we'll see you guys next time.